As long as they ask for forgiveness the next day, it's all good.
You guys ever watch the movie Don't Be a Menace?
To South Central while drinking your gin and juice in the hood? Yes, I have.
Yeah. Where he's all like, don't be asking, why come the priest got to have a nice car? And don't be asking why the priest got to have a nice house. Don't ask no questions.
What do you? All right, kids. What do you say to a man you first meet? Are you my daddy? That movie's so good. Well, let's keep on a fun note. We're talking video games today, man.
Nice.
I just took on.
I heard the Lowry Parkade. Is that it? Yeah.
Yep.
They're celebrating their 1 year.
Yeah, they're celebrating their 1 year anniversary. If I'm quite correct, it's Friday.
I thought it was
No,
Saturday
I'm sorry.
and
It is
Sunday.
Saturday because I have to work, but we'll be heading over there after that. So we're super stoked.
Yeah, Kate and I are gonna actually head out there too.
Oh, no shit. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a night. And I'm DJing there. I'm DJing at the Lowry Parkade in off Waters Avenue in Tampa the 14th, which I think is a Friday. I have to look at the
so you're not DJing the 8th?
I am not.
For the Powerade?
No,
Right,
I was already working on the schedule. So 14th would be next Friday.
Good boy.
What?
Good boy.
Did I miss something?
You're too slow.
No.
You know what?
Too slow, McFly.
All right, I'll accept it. I missed it. I'll have to listen when it comes back. God damn it.
Hey, McFly.
Why'd you make like a tree and get the hell out of here? It's
That's great.
It's leave, you motherfucker. Anyways, we're going to be talking about video games. And I know you've been doing some video game selling.
Yeah, and when we collect as well, I mean, we got well over 700 video games right now.
Damn. Well, don't forget, you also have you hacked your Wii, so you've got all those games on there. God knows how many.
And I got a Raspberry Pi all set up with all the games and all the systems.
Is John raising his hand?
How far back are we? I was just wondering how far back are we going? Are we going on to the PC games as well, or?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, any games we're talking about.
I've got my garage. I was given a box. Now this box is probably, if you think like, the best way I could describe it is say 6 mics, right? As in Miguel Hito. Imagine 6 of him, sort of like on their knees. Oh, what a vision! That's the size of the box, basically. I'm saying.
Wait, what?
That's the size of the box. So, and in there was games. The guy was going to throw them away, and I said, "Look, I'll have them. They're in my garage. I mean,
and they haven't been touched since he took them.
What?
And you haven't done anything with them since.
Nothing at all. And they're all PC games. All PC games.
Nothing that struck your fancy that you want to play?
No, man, because a lot of the stuff, you can go online now, can't you, with an emulator and away you go, sort of thing.
Well, that's what we got. Aunt has one and I have one.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got, God, how many 5,000 or 4, games from Nintendo's, Sega Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
There's even games that I've never even played before.
Yeah, it's nice to go back and play games that I used to play when I was a kid, because nowadays to play a Nintendo or Super Nintendo game, it's really expensive. We're talking anywhere from $20 all the way to $200, $300, $400 for a game.
No, you're talking. You could be talking that one rare track and field style game. It's like Nintendo whatever sports. That game goes for $3,000 if you can even fathom finding it.
Little Samson goes for a huge amount as well. It's a very rare game as well. So is the stadium events. No, not stadium events. It's a special game that they came out with that Nintendo had a competition. They programmed 5 games into it, 1 or 2 levels, and you got to complete them as fast as you can. And the people that won first and second place got those cartridges as a game. And then those people ended up selling them when they got older.
Well, don't forget those original Nintendo World Championship cartridges where there's only 5 in the world, was it?
No, there's a little bit more. It's 5 that are counted for, but there are more out there because there were more people that actually got those cartridges.
Jeez.
And there's a silver one and a gold one, too.
Damn. Where are you going, John? Oh, God, he's leaving.
Hey, I just got to let the dog out for a wee.
Oh,
I was trying to do it professionally, but
really?
You
couldn't have done this before the show?
Had to call you out.
You couldn't have done this before the show? Oh, you know what time it is? Aunt, hold on a second.
Sorry, I don't control the dog's bladder.
Aunt.
Cunt. Offensive. Slang. A mean or obnoxious person. Now for the Pod Tsunamis news segment. See you next Tuesday. Today.
John tries to live his life every day. He really tries, you know he's gay, cause
but it can't be done for everyone, and now it's plain to see.
John is a
cunt. That's who you cunt. Said it ain't true, but let me tell you, you motherfucking cunt. You are a cunt.
my favorite part right here.
Motherfucking cunt.
So now, Miggy, what's your favorite system? Do you go retro or do you go for the new
Offensive.
My, to be honest with you, I think PlayStation 3 has been my favorite of all time, just because it's got all the games I really love to play, like Metal Gear Solid. Starting on PlayStation 3 was Metal Gear Snake Eater, I think was the one that they put out on that. Then it went to Guns of the Patriots, was it?
Can't remember. There were so many of them.
No.
They released a lot for the PS3.
They had that one where you ended up on that stupid. What the hell is that? The big shell. You ended up in there stuck for the whole time with that stupid character Raiden. Remember that?
Yeah.
So you had that. You had Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eaters, then 4, then 5. I started playing 5. I got stuck in a part. I just wasn't prepared enough for it.
5 was the weird one. Wasn't that the one with the blue cover and the guy with the white hair? It was Snake, I think, with white hair.
Yeah, he was older.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it started off with the Phantom Pain, and then they put out Ground Zeroes, which was like a one huge level game, right? And then they put out Phantom Pain after that, and that was the one where you're in a hospital and you lose your arm, and that one was badass. But I got stuck in a part where I was trying to take down this convoy to pick up this thing. I had to either drive it somewhere or lead them somewhere and get it, or I could have just fetched it out. But I didn't have.
Gotcha.
They had the thing where you attach the balloons to it and it just pulls it out of there. I didn't have the big enough balloon, so and these guys just popped out, which were like demons, and yeah, it was a mess. So, and then Uncharted series. I mean, you name it, man. Ratchet and Clank series. I mean, all those games, and of course, what I just did was I took on some extra stuff, and I did some wheeling and dealing, and got a new PlayStation 4 the other day. So,
neat. So
I'm super, super stoked. I haven't signed up for anything yet, but I did pick up some games really cheap. I got Uncharted 4 for $16 at the pawn shop. No, I take that back. $12 at the pawn shop. $16 was the Last of Us remastered.
Oh, the remastered.
Have you played that game? Oh, one of my favorite games of all time.
I have for the PS3. I have yet to. I mean, like I said, the PS3 and the PS2 are my favorites as well. And the PS3, man, I gotta have at least 100 games that I haven't even played yet.
Dude, I tell you, The Last of Us is probably one of my favorite games of all time. Just in sheer,
really,
it's got everything you want. It's got shooter. It's got puzzle solving or trying to figure stuff out, how to get through certain situations. It's got the stealth aspect, which is huge. It's got crazy monsters. It's got the freaking post-apocalyptic thing going on, but then. You end up fighting more people than you do the actual monsters in the game, which turned out people are just infected with some weird stuff. It's amazing game, and it's really emotional game towards the end.
For me, I like a lot of co-op play. So, like my brother and I used to go.
Coke, did you say?
John, just stop.
But because my brother and I, that's what we used to do, is just go to the game store and get a game really cheap that we could both play. It could be the shittiest game, and him and I would still have the most fun playing. But we're Army of 2 and Fear 3 fans. Like, we love those games.
Yeah, but come on now, Red Faction 2.
I hate Red Faction.
What are you talking about? Red Faction 2 was one of the best co-op against each other games.
Yeah.
Because you had a lot.
My brother would burrow through the walls and shit, because you can make holes in the wall.
No, that was Mace.
That
was Mace Griffin, wasn't it? Oh wait, was it Red Faction? Oh, it was Red Faction where you could blow up the walls and tunnel through.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's right. But Red Faction 2 was awesome. What?
You saying all that stuff? I just put in there because the first game console I ever bought was an Atari.
That's me too. That's the same thing.
I never had the pleasure of playing an Atari. My first console was a Super Nintendo.
Wow, he's such a young child. I actually have in my cabinet of curiosities, I actually have an Intellivision.
Ooh.
And I think that was one of the first and or second system. I think that was the first system that came out because the the ColecoVision came out shortly after that, and then there was the Odyssey. I think it was called the Odyssey.
It was.
I actually found one of those, but the guy wanted like $100 for it, and it didn't even look like it worked. But since then, I found a bunch of Odyssey games, a ton of Atari games.
Really?
Yeah,
Atari games are really cheap right now. You can get them for like $2-3.
Oh yeah, big time. So I found a place that has a load, probably like 30 games. I'm gonna give her an offer, but everything the lady is selling at the thrift shop, she has PlayStation 3s for $150 when you could buy one at GameStop in the box, factory refurbished for $59-$69.
Yeah.
So I'm about to go to this lady. I'm like, look,
I know all the pawn shops are selling the PS3s for like $60.
yeah. So it's like this lady's wanting $150. I'm like, you are mad. You are absolutely mad. And $150
I
for
see people
Xbox
trying to sell
360.
Nintendo Wii's for like 130 or 140.
Now, if you jacked it up with the hack and stuff like that, and somebody's stupid enough to buy it, then hey, more power to you. But
yeah,
but I don't know. I'm like going back to. I love the PS2, PS3. I just recently got Xbox 360, and for some reason I got overloaded. I got a friend that gave me one, another friend that gave me one, and another friend that gave me one. So I got 3 Xbox 360s. I got 2 Super.
Who will buy them off you?
No. I might sell one. Depends. You got
John. So, like, what games were you into? I mean, did you always stick with the Atari? Did you outgrow video games after the Atari?
No. Well, it was Christmas time. Mum bought the Atari for us. It was over £100 back in the day. It was a lot of money. So we got a few games with it.
John, we do want to say hi to Secret Agent Jane, the lovely Secret Agent Jane, who is on her walkabout right now with Steve.
Oh well, shit! Now we have to be funny.
Yeah.
God, dear God, the pressure.
Yeah, they're on their walkabout right now. So we don't. I think they're in upper.
Fuck their walkabout. I'm talking about game here.
But I want to give our listeners some love.
I was just brought into the conversation.
No, you took your
Very,
dog
very
out. So
well.
you know what? Here, hold on. I'm gonna mute you while I talk to.
By my co-presenter, right? I'm
gonna mute you, John. But anyways, John, we do have Secret Agent Jane in the chat box. We do have a chat box there. Make sure you check us out.
That's fine. We know they're there. You've told us twice now.
You know what? You went out to take your dog to take a piss after you started the show instead of before, and now you're eating.
I love them. I love them with a passion, but I just want to get my fucking story out.
Go ahead.
That's all.
Go ahead.
Right.
All right, John. Before you were so rudely interrupted.
Quite right, my dear friend. Right. So anyway, the game that came with it was, I think, Space Invaders.
Mm-hmm.
And I seem to remember one called Keystone Cops.
Keystone
Capers. Something like that. It was terrible. It was, your man here, there's the robber running away, and you chase him. That was it. You couldn't jump. You couldn't duck or anything like that. You're just chasing to catch up to him. So you can only go as fast as that.
Taking forever.
Right? That was
it.
Like
the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game where that's all you could do, and if you hit like a lawn chair or something, you got stuck, and that was the end of the game.
Right. So then I think someone was selling about a year or so with the console. Someone was selling games in the paper, so we bought like a box of games for it. Really? So we didn't. The next thing that we had after that was an Acorn Electron, which was a computer. Then we had an Amstrad, which was a computer, not with any CD-ROMs or anything like that, just floppy disks. So then I started playing Doom.
Oh yeah, Doom. Doom was huge, man, back in the day.
I started playing Doom.
Well, what about Wolfenstein? Don't forget Wolfenstein.
Yeah,
that came out.
That would have come first,
yeah.
of course.
I played that the other day.
No shit. And then there was Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem, which was an excellent game.
Should have been Douche Nukem because he was a big ass douche.
Return to Castle Wolfenstein was a great game, by the way. I don't know if you played that on any.
It was okay.
On the PC, it was epic. The thing is, you see, PC gamer, it's a different thing. I don't know whether you have a PC game, Dan. And I don't know whether Mike has, to be honest with you. You know, if you just sat there with your buttons. Obviously, there's a bit more control with the old PC gaming. And, it's better quality and so on and so forth. The boxes are catching up. But you could basically get this right, you could spend $600, $700, $800 on a graphics card, just a graphics card to go in the computer to play said game.
Well, you look at some of those computers, and they're specially built